All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
Yes, indeed. It is showtime. I am buckled up. I hope you are. We are ready to go. Copperhead Road Podcast live on Rumble. Always live on Rumble. I'm your boy Footer. That's my man Rexy. And yeah, another exciting, wonderful, blessed Copperhead Road Podcast. We are excited and we are ready to go. Yeah, there's a lot going on, you know. Some is going to be the same old. But I tell you this, it doesn't end. The nonsense doesn't end. I'm just going to say that right there. There's your little teaser. Obviously, you're going to deal with about 25 minutes, possibly 30 minutes of nonsensical horse shit, as the kids like to say. But I'll tell you after that, it really does get a little crazy. It doesn't end. Is that fair to say, Rexy? I mean, it's a little nuts.
You know, to be honest, like there's a lot of other things that we would love to do and talk about besides what we're going to talk about. You know, but we can't. We're leaving stuff on the table if we don't. And so once again, we're going to talk about Mrs. Candace Owens. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a popular figure on the right.
Whoa! We're not going to do that. Not African American woman on the right. Don't even fool around. I don't know, but I again, because I was half paying attention, I only got one button, and I
don't think I said anything offensive yet.
What'd you say?
I said she's a popular figure on the right.
Okay. Oh, I apologize to you. I heard it a little different. You know, but I don't know. Maybe
why?
I'm wrong.
What did you hear?
I don't know. I got a text from Pat Sajak, and yeah.
I was trying to lead in as much as I could to it. But
okay, fair enough.
People aren't picking up what I'm putting down, I guess.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No. But hey, let me tell you this one thing. Did you finish all your turkey Thanksgiving dinner leftovers?
What do you mean by turkey Thanksgiving?
I know. That's my point. This is kind of what I want to lead into. Just to sum up, this is the thing that you were so down on Thanksgiving. See, now people are still rocking turkey sandwiches. You know what I mean? Especially poor people. You know what I mean? They don't have anything, but boom, now they have something for a little bit. Just want to keep that up there.
Well, again, I mean, and that's, I guess, if there is sort of a saving grace to Thanksgiving, is that, I mean, it's hard to sleep on a turkey stuffing cranberry sandwich, I guess. You know,
even if it's not your thing personally, you know what I mean? Even if it's not your thing personally, people love it.
Yeah, but the problem is now is like they're getting into the dark meat.
All right, like, again, what is up with you today? First the Candace Owens crack, and then
I said figure.
One N.
Whoa!
I said figure, everybody. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you guys. You know,
I don't know either.
Hands across.
But
I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
You know the problem is. You know what the problem is like I buckled in to begin, but I really. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. I buckled in to start, but I only left it plugged in enough to where like the seatbelt dinger would stop, and then I unbuckled.
That's smart. Most of the time, not today, but most of the time. There's a few things that I want to say that's joyous to me. One of them, I tell you, guys, you know what? I think we grow on some of you guys as a podcast. You know, we become pals. I got to be honest with you. You guys growing on me. You guys are growing on me. I gotta be honest with you. The nice comments that have been coming in all of a sudden, I gotta be honest with you. Some almost bringing tears to my eyes. You know what I mean? I'm just so happy that that in some way we have an impact, even whether it be negative. And here's the thing: these people, they go, look, they're horse shit. Okay, and one pal's like, listen, they're just not highbrow, they're lowbrow. Like he just and I'm going, holy shit! Like you get it, like.
Mhm.
And here's with one of them. I don't want to say. I think it might have been Adam, but I don't want to misrepresent anybody's name. But here's what I loved that he did. He goes, he says we're kind of like lowbrow, but like it's very dry humor, all these different things he describes about the show, showing me, by the grace of God, someone's getting it. Like it's actually resonating, right? Then number 2, okay, he goes, and if you wanted some like political like hot take or they like, there's plenty of shows for that.
Yeah,
brilliant. I mean, like absolutely fucking brilliant. Okay?
Yeah, and we had put out the offer of if anybody wants to have a shirt for free, we would give it to the first 3, and we got 12 emails. So
yay! We'll figure
3
it out.
people will be getting shirts, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
So Mike in chat is asking if Richie's just throw out their leftovers in the trash. No, we just don't eat turkey. Again, I know, I think Footer and I sort of disagree on this a little bit. But yeah, we just eat a better quality of leftover. And I got to be honest with you, 3 days is the absolute max on leftovers. 2 is acceptable. 3, some of it, I guess, if you have some pie or some stuffing left over. But if you're still eating Thanksgiving, you're homeless.
I'm okay with I'm not okay with the homeless part. You kind of tag that at the end, but the whole time I'm going, you know what? He's making a great point. But I think pie. First of, excuse me, woman. I'm going to address the chat. Leave that in there. But okay, or you can take it. Will you fool around? Hey, I'm okay. Exactly what you said. I think pie and stuffing. I think you can go a few days with something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you could go a few days with something like that. So I agree. Now let me go into chat here. You got our boy Mike, WFOD show. Check them out on all your major streaming platforms. And maybe you can mess with them a little bit. Always hashtag tada. Hashtag tada. He goes, pheasant? Who I mean, really, who's eating pheasant?
Well, clearly he didn't see our Thanksgiving show, because he would know that you dabble in some exquisite Italian eateries, and I eat prime rib for Thanksgiving. So that actually annoys me a little bit that he's pontificating on this when we've clearly laid out our stance on it.
Yeah, we did. And here's another thing is I think you might need to switch your prime rib to prime rib should be for your New Year's Eve dinner. I feel like you would do. Pardon?
That's lamb.
Again, I want lamb off. I want it off.
I know, you heathen. That's fine.
No bullshit. It's the Lamb of God. It makes me think of you're eating a little, a representation of Jesus, the Lamb.
Well, I'm sorry that you can't make the differentiation between our Lord and Savior and a baby sheep, but there is a delineation. The meal of lamb has been celebrated throughout the Old and New Testament, so get to reading there.
Yeah, I am reading, and let me tell you something else, pal. All right, enough with the lamb. I think that's Corinthians 2:14, by the way. But check that out.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, lot of people do. Turkey isn't for pores. You need a roasting pan. I'll tell you, turkey isn't for pores, by the way. You're 100% right. I'll tell you, I don't know if is it the fad still, but I think there's nothing better than a fried turkey. For real. Like a nice fried turkey.
Nothing's better than fried turkey. Is that what you said?
Excuse me. Okay, literal text. Jesus Christ. In context of turkey, I don't think that there's anything like a better made turkey. Is it a nice deep fried turkey? What's even better are these fucking mortars that these people fucking end up building in their backyards and don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And they're killing 4 people in their family, on this horrific Thanksgiving accident,
Yeah, I mean, again,
it's basically a mortar shell.
Well, I mean, we're not going to mention Darwin on this show because, obviously, but there is something to be said for survival of the fittest when that kind of stuff happens.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You
lost me. And I'm on the show that loses everybody.
So you're an evolutionist, I guess. You a big Charles Darwin fan?
What the? Where did that even come from?
We're talking about survival of the fittest. People who do stupid.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
never. How?
Absolutely.
I'm talking about deep fried turkey. You
yeah, because the people who fucking kill their family deserve it because they're stupid. Survival of the fittest. This is what we're talking about.
Okay, but you didn't even really make that point clear, and I can tell you right now, nobody else understood it either.
Well, everybody with an IQ over 100 got it. So
your ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, your ass. Don't even try it. Don't make me fucking turn off character. Now here's the thing too. Let's go back to I believe you or I asked people to tell us about their Thanksgivings. Did you say that?
Sure.
On the last show?
No,
you
I don't
did?
I don't really care about other people's Thanksgivings.
Well, that's great. We had another comment explaining how wonderful their Thanksgiving was, and now you just shit all over our fucking listeners. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's not cool.
What did freaking Bustin' Justin 26 have to say about his Thanksgiving?
I don't know, but just in case was not happy with us this week. Just in case 1740. Oh boy,
I knew
he wasn't happy with me. Huh?
I knew it just in case.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Doesn't surprise me. I ate deep fried turkey that my wife's sister's baby daddy made, and it made me violently barf harder than I've ever barfed. A couple of things. Deep fried turkey that
I'm trying to do the math myself here.
I ate a deep fried turkey, okay, that my wife's sister, okay, your sister-in-law's baby daddy. Okay, right. So your wife's sister, are you dating? Is your wife black? Number one. Number two, and it made me violently barf. Okay, first of all, who uses the word barf? What are you like? What is this, 1986, and you live in the Valley, Mike, of California? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who says barf? What's next? Did you retch, Mike? Did you fucking retch? Did you hurl?
Did you upchuck?
Yeah, did you upchuck and hurl, Mike?
Did you Joey?
Jesus Christ. I don't know that one. But yeah. Really, how about you just say what everybody else says? Yeah, I threw up, or I got sick, or I vomited. Karen, you take this one. You know all these words. But you know what I mean? There's plenty of other. Mike, you barfed. God, Mike, no wonder why WFO Dix is about to shut down. Did you guys know about WFD? They're going to shut it down after 27 years on the air.
Somebody's taking their wheelbarrow?
That's a shame.
Brutal.
See? Hey, see, now if they would have, guys, if you want to hear me on WFOD show, contact Mike at WFOD@gmail.com. Okay, and you let him know you want, actually, I don't know his real email, but find out his real email and tell him you demand me on his show, or I'm going to continue to attack his show.
I got to be honest, I'm not sure if there's anything lower than panhandling for a guest spot on the podcast.
Are you really going to be against me on this?
I'm not against you. I'd love to see you on the show too. I'm just not sure if we really need to continually beg and plead, prostrate in front of Mike from WFOD your guest spot on this
I-
show. I'm just not
I
sure.
just thought I just started a rumor that his show after 27 years is look, he's shilling for a show. Mike, you want to Mike? Oh boy. Put it this way. This could go two ways for you. All right. It's Mike at WFOD. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, it's Mike at WFOdicks.com. Send all your dick pics. send Mike all your dick pics. And give him
a bunch of Van Dykes and Sargents.
Yeah, and then that's pretty funny. I got it. Nobody else will, but I got it. I liked it. The one thing is this. I want you to put in the subject. I want ta-da as your subject to Mike. It's Mike at WFOdicks.com. And another thing that made me laugh is when I'm not sure it might have been Karen or one of the other hundreds of people that have killed us before. She writes, she first of all, she ends it, or they end it by saying, whenever they say they criticize me, they go, "Way to go, dummy."
Yeah.
They call me a fucking dummy, and then they say whatever they're gonna say. And I think Mike did it. I mean, not Mike. The other kid did it. He goes, he writes whatever he writes, and he goes, ta-da!
Yeah, and of course, Karen made me feel bad when she's like, turkey's a very affordable way to feed a large family. I'm like, come on, look, can you just go with the bit?
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she's trying to make me fucking feel bad because she's feeding a big family with turkey.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, but
Karen, how convenient.
That was you. That was Karen. We needed that, Henry. Karen, we needed that.
Do you almost call her Henry?
That's all we had, Karen. It's my Henry Hill. No, yeah. I mean, she makes a great point. You need to, when you need to feed a large family, you get one of those big turkeys, or maybe you're working, you know what I mean, at nights, unloading trucks, you know what I mean, and then oh my God, we got a bonus this year. Boom, frozen turkey. There's a trailer in a parking lot. Pick it up on your way out from punching out into the parking lot. Boom.
Oh, so you're going with the work turkey.
Work turkey. You know what I'm saying? Boom, work turkey.
Yeah. Maybe we should start a company, Worky Turkey.
Oh my God, affordable turkeys for your companies.
Yeah.
Company logo branded into the turkey. Holy shit.
And we save money on refrigeration by giving you a live turkey.
Yes, and for jokes and fun, as we deliver it, we take the turkey and we slap it around a little bit right in front of you.
Yeah.
Just slap him right around. And you know what? We restrain him in a cage where only his head's sticking out, right? And we slap him around that way so he can't run or hurt us back. Yeah?
I think you're onto something.
No, you're onto something, pal. But I'm in. I love it. I love it. What's the name of the company again?
Worky Turkey.
Yes.
That was actually one of my favorite bits on Corner Gas was they sold turkey jerky and the guy that sold it was Kirk Berkeley. So it's Kirk Berkeley's turkey jerky.
That's great. Fuck, what did you just say before that was making me think some? Oh, that goes with Wally, what stuff that turkey like a baby mama. Ooh, you ain't kidding, honey child. But hey, let me ask you, Rexy, what was the name of my car wash again?
The Wishy Washy Wallies.
Yeah, Wishy Washy Wally's car wash. Okay. And so I want that, and then we got Worky Turkeys.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna be on Shark Tank in no time. We are gonna be on Shark Tank in no time. Who'd you know?
My initial reaction was to maybe combine it, but I think it's better to diversify and have two companies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it would be on one umbrella of just this think tank. You know what I mean? That we are.
Yeah.
The corporation is really the think tank.
Yeah, big.
I've always wanted to be a part of a think tank. You know what I mean? Always.
Yeah, and I like what really happens in a think tank. You can't just be thinking. There's got to be communication.
Oh yeah, no. Your truth. You throw out. It's fun, bro. You throw around ideas. We feel We've think tanked before. It was more of like a think bowl, like a, you know what I mean? But the point was, we were as a fish would be. We were in a tank, in a bowl. We were thinking in that. In
Yeah,
that.
but what's the past tense of think tank? Is it thinked tank or think tanked? Because it's actually the thinking that's the past tense.
So I would be more like a, hey, I'm going to stop by the thought tank. Would that work?
Yeah, but we're talking about the action. Like if you were there and you were already thinking, it was like, yeah, I thought tanked. I thought tanked.
Holy shit. New invention. Stop everything.
Okay.
We create the perfect think tank. We deliver it to these corporations. It's an actual tank, a giant fish tank. Okay. Coral, the whole nine. Right.
Yeah.
They swim in. Huh? They swim in to a floating conference table. Holy shit. Okay. Now they have their I'm talking coral, maybe even some real fish swimming by, right?
Yeah.
Nothing intrusive, of course. So think about this. The think tank. It's gimmicky. People want to go there to shoot around a few ideas. Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
but you said nothing intrusive, but I think that maybe we should, maybe have again, I don't want to go shark. I think that would be a little bit a little on the nose, but there should be some kind of a punishment for a bad thought, like maybe like a man of war jellyfish or something that just hangs out.
Well, did I ever tell you, where this idea came from? Did I ever tell you when I actually started this company? This was an old idea that I had, So originally what happened was I started the company. Not a lot of people were biting. Okay. It just wasn't something that a lot of things, it just didn't jump out, right? People right away. They didn't see it. They didn't get it. So you ever hear of like what do they call that? Like guerrilla campaign type of deal?
You mean like GUER guerrilla?
Like just like, going out there and doing it yourself type of thing.
Okay, yeah. I'm on it.
Okay. So think about this.
Okay.
What I did was I did my own little guerrilla campaign with it. I connected to a fire hose, right? I would run into corporate buildings with the fire hose and go and just flood their conference room. And we go ta-da! Think tank.
Now, were the people in there at the time, or were they like surprised when they opened the door?
Well, that's kind of both things happened. And they didn't work out very well, which again, I have a few lawsuits right now out there, but
no kidding.
With that being a little bit, yeah, and then we had a little mishap in the kitchen area. Apparently, someone was making.
Why is there ever any haps? Like, there's always a mishap. It's not like, things went well. I had a hap.
Yep, believe me, I wouldn't have so many lawsuits if I had haps and was able to drop the miss. But here's the thing. The problem here, my friend, somebody was in the kitchen making a little toast.
It was a dino?
Let's just say my water kind of veered off, and 70-year-old Gladys Pinkerton, she didn't make it. God bless you, Gladys. God bless you, Gladys. Yeah. She was crispy as a freaking one of the French fries that get left over in a fryer. That
would have been a great time to bring up the deep fried turkey.
Well, look, I'm just saying things happen. So maybe we'll have to take a little bit of a break on the inventions until I get these lawsuits cleaned up, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
But I got
on the back burner for now.
Yeah, I got one of them lawyers. I got one of those Jew lawyers. He's all right. Don't you worry about it. Of course he does. He's a shill. We get it. You think I'm a shill now? Oh boy. Wait until I get to the fucking meat and potatoes of today.
Yeah, that meat better not be turkey.
We've learned that. Why'd you chase away everybody in chat? Mike, we love you, buddy. Come back.
Yeah, well, actually, one of them was on YouTube, so.
Wow! I like it. Yeah. Tell him to call his friends and attack us on YouTube. Or better yet, how about a super chat? How about you fucking? We really need to start doing one of those Patreons. You know what I mean? That's what we need to do. We need to do a Patreon so we could put a few bucks into the show, not into my pocket, into the show. What do you say? Patreon? Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Seems needy.
I am needy.
Oh, well, if you needed something, there was an interesting article that came up, and I just wanted to put the headline up for you just so you could take a peek.
Okay.
HIV positive men lock lips at Trump's border wall to mark World AIDS Day.
Okay, that again.
Remind me to never eat his sausage again.
Oh man. Again, I hate the sin, not the sinner. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not about hate at all.
I hate the sin. I don't want to see them go to hell.
No, but my point is it seems a little on the nose.
I mean, handsome gentlemen.
If you have AIDS, but I mean, you're actually planning a trip down to the southern border to kiss your significant other on AIDS Day, and you're clearly gay. Like, can we maybe just get a job and have a nice little B&B in Vermont and not have to make it such a fucking, hey, we're gay, hey, we have AIDS, let's go.
Okay, but hold on. Yeah, but the truth, I think we should be commending them for toning it down. You ever go see any of these gay pride parades or see any of the fucking footage? People running around and assless chaps freaking,
I like how I love how you distance yourself from, hey, you ever seen one of these things on TV?
I said that for you. I was on the float last year, shirtless.
I know. I have your shirt.
Listen.
I have the actual shirt.
Oh, would I throw it off on the I was on well, let's just say Willie Washington. Whatever, never mind. I don't have enough to improv this bit.
It smelled like brute macaroni and cheese and mulliness.
Dropping my in-ears. Dropping my in-ears.
Oh boy.
Not innards. Oh. No, don't call us lowbrow, Adam.
No, but seriously, folks, I'm worried about Candace Owens.
Are you really? No, you know what? Look, I was worried about her.
Yeah.
What episode? I mean, to be fair, I started this with pre-show with you. Ew, I said pre-show. Okay, see how I talk to myself? That's what this is about, folks. Okay, if you want a podcast that don't talk to themselves, go find it somewhere else. This is the worst show I've absolutely ever heard. That I can't get enough of that.
Yeah.
There's got to be one that's worse. There's got to be. So you're a fucking liar. You could say, I don't think this one's for me.
Not my cup of tea, I think the kids say.
Ooh, I like that. But again, I encourage you to keep listening. You'll find something you like. And I promise you there's something worse out there. I promise you that.
Maybe we should make a shirt that just says there's other worse stuff out there.
Yeah, I bet you we're not the worst.
That's funny.
Anyway, yeah, only, and then make it religious. Only God is perfect. we push it to the Christian community. Oh my God. Fuck, that's funny. I fucking
look down. There was only one set of footprints.
Yeah, but he spelled Copperhead Road. So listen, all kidding around, folks. All kidding aside, my fellow listeners, here, the bottom line is we had talked about a long time ago how with this whole Candace thing, I was saying maybe it's postpartum. I mean, think about it. I'm a fan of somebody.
I think you also said it could be Post Malone.
Yes, but then I realized the tattoos, and that made perfect sense to me. You know what I mean? Sure. Yet I do know Candace does smoke Camels, so I don't know. We'll see. But she doesn't like. No, That wouldn't work. Never mind. I'll pull back. Ooh, that could have been. I could have bombed really bad, but you know what I did? I was like, punch it out. Boom. Pulled the ripcord.
Good idea.
Right now, I'm floating down to a nice, smooth landing. Oh boy, but I almost went down. So, God, I want to tell you a quick thing too before we got into Candace. Fuck. All right, remind me to tell you about the recliner later on, but at the end of the show.
Yeah, let me write that down.
Yeah, and if I'm in a bad mood, I won't say it. But let's see how the listeners treat me for the rest of the show. If they don't make me angry.
I write it down, and it looks like it says Reach here, so hopefully that reminds me.
Ooh, then we'll talk about Reacher, the show Reacher. Ta-da! Okay. By the way, I really do want ta-da to catch on. I want everybody to go around saying it after you do something absolutely ridiculously dumb or just something's uncomfortable. I just want. So this is what made me. You know what? I'm going into this for 1 second. It made me laugh having to do with ta-da, and it gave me a true giggle the other day. I was reading this story. No, I was listening to an old radio show, and they were doing a news story, and they were talking about in I think it was Penn Station, a woman tried to kill herself, and she went down into the subway, and she went and was like sitting in between like the track things, you know. The subway came, ended up going right over her. However she was in a little bit of like a, I guess like an what would it be called? Outclave, whatever. A little like area where the train went right over her. 4 train cars, right over, not a scratch. And in my head, I go, imagine she just gets up, ta-da! In front of it, everybody be like, oh my God, that was incredible. Meanwhile, she just tried to commit suicide. But how funny would that be? Just go over, she just jumps off, everybody's like, oh, she's like, ta-da! Fuck. That'd be incredible. I would do anything to see that. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. But yeah, Candace. Wow, she's a real kook.
So again,
if sucked the fun out of the show. I'm sorry to stop the show, for Christ's sake. That's funny.
That's fine. It's fine. I thought you were gonna say like she got up or something, was had some kind of a revelation and realized that she was meant to live on this earth and then accidentally touched the third rail. Or I didn't know where we were going, but yeah.
I mean, sure, that would be an interesting story too. But I just prefaced it by saying I had to do it ta-da.
All right, that's fine. So anyway, again, if you've paid attention to us at all, you've heard us sort of chronicle this ongoing thing with Candace. I think we should do you want to start out and we'll play that piece from the French public broadcasting just to kind of get a view on what they take from the Candace thing. You want to do that? Yeah,
and this is prior to her releasing any tweets or anything. I just found it interesting, and I was in my head, I'm curious. I was like, like I wonder like how did, like I know how we look at her.
Yeah,
I wonder how they look at her in their country. So I wanted to make sure I went to a public broadcaster, meaning it's government run, so they're going to be as pro government as possible. Yeah. I wanted to see how they were going to handle that. All
right, so let's check that out.
Vedika Bahel is here on set with me. Hi, Vedika.
Hi, Yinka.
So, American far-right influencer Candace Owens has long had tensions with the French presidential couple due to sharing unfounded conspiracy theories against them. She's recently shared a new theory that the Macrons are plotting against her life. Let's get into it.
That's right, far-right influencer Candace Owens. She's long been feuding with the French first couple over her persistent and unfounded conspiracy theories that Brigitte Macron was born male. In fact, she said she's even willing to bet her entire career on it. Now, she's now shared a new conspiracy theory that the Macrons have in fact put out a hit on her life, amongst a whole slew of other things. Let's have a look. Now, on this post on X alone, which has over 43 million views, Owens says that she was alerted by a French...
I think that's a really important part of the thing. 43 million views.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just trying to grasp the impact that could have and does have on the world, not even the country, in the world, right? I mean, we always talk about, like, and yeah, I'm going to make it about us again. We have legitimately, tens to if you look over a month, hundreds of thousands of views on this program, right? And we do pretty well pulling like a little percentage of them more and more to be a part of the show, blah 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 blah. So it is a percentage game, and we're very successful on this level, right? So now let's bring it to the real level. Is your roof gonna fall in?
No, there was a weird spot in the wood. And I'm like, is that a bug? No, it's just a knot. Don't pay attention to me. Do what you got to do.
Okay, sorry. So I mean, like, playing the percentages and her, obviously, like I said, being at a huge level and a lot bigger than us. And we play the percentages and do very well. Think about the reach that this woman is, and let's say, like I said, what do you want to give her? 10%, even 1% of those views, it had an impact on their life. Based on what I find is someone that is at this point losing her mind.
Yeah, I still haven't nailed down if it's a crazy or an evil thing or a blend of the two. Because again, there's still part of me that's hoping that it's just, when the Charlie thing happened, it just snapped and it's defaulting to crazy. But like, even with the all right, so take the Brigitte Macron thing in a small package, and the post that they're reading, that she's talking about, she got information from a very high member of government of France, that that there was a plot to take her out with the French Foreign Legion, and again, a bunch of players and things like that. And obviously, they're the ones who took out Charlie. And
so wait, is that what is that we're going to read that later? Don't talk about the tweet, because I didn't know. Is that what she said, that it was an Egyptian thing?
I think it's even part of the tweet that's on here. But
okay.
Like, take all that at face value, say that is the case, and whatever. Like, you'd think that she'd be like a little nervous about her personal well-being and the well-being of her children's mother. She doesn't seem to display any of that. And I get, standing on your beliefs and things like that, but I'm sorry, but if I had the governments of Israel, France, Egypt, and America looking to have me dead, I probably would take my foot off the gas pedal a little bit, I'm thinking.
And even taking your foot off the gas pedal could be as simple as, hey, look, I'm not going to do a show twice a week and focus on these things. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you do a little bit of a lighthearted show. Again, I know it's hard to. No, well, that's kind of maybe the point. Like, she can't do that because she's so consumed with what's happening. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of weird too, though, dude, that, like, she's somehow even taking her two biggest, let's call them hit stories, right? Whatever you want to call it, like her two biggest, issues or things that she's covered in her career, besides, I guess, like Black Lives Matter. She's taking them all and now putting them all in the same, as I've said before, like this big basket.
Yeah.
And like, so now you doubling down on your grift with the Macron thing and the Charlie thing. So now you have both of your fucking bread and, you got both of your bread and butters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of fishy.
Yeah. And again, we'll get into let's finish this out. Cause again, I want to get into something else.
Government
The
whistleblower.
reach matter.
That's the Macrons executed
Absolutely.
upon and paid for her assassination. They said more specifically, the green light was given to them, was given to a team in the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. That's also known here in France as the GIGN. It is a elite tactical unit of the French military. Now, she also goes on to allege that Charlie Kirk's assassin, Tyler Robinson, trained with the French military with multi-state involvement, and she goes on to claim that journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. Xavier Poussard is a French conspiracy theorist who is also well known for propagating this conspiracy theory that Brigitte Macron was born male. So there is a lot to unpack here in these claims by Candace Owens. She said a lot of things, but there is actually these are allegations that she's put forward with no factual foundation. Now, she is continuing to post online about this. Her latest claims is that the Macrons moved $1.5 million to put out this hit on her life. And she said that French legionnaires spent 3 weeks in the United States training with US Marines in
What
California,
cool technology
but
this
also
lady
in
has, by the
Camp
way.
I was just thinking about it. I want one of those.
Minnesota. And she
It's
says at the end
incredible.
that French foreign legionnaires were involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
And Vedika, these claims are admittedly very far-fetched. Is there any evidence to them at all?
Well, that's the thing, Yinka. There's not any verifiable evidence to support any of these claims of
Michelle
an
Umba
assassination
Bumble.
plot. These are unfounded claims. Now, we did contact the French gendarmerie directly by telephone earlier today. That's who oversees the GIGN, the unit that she named.
Yeah, and the
In
fact
her
of the
post.
matter
Now,
is, if you really want to put your
they
finger on what's
dismissed
wrong
this
with
claim
the
entirely,
EU
and they
and that
reaffirmed that their mission
these two people are French.
for that unit focuses on counterterrorism and on hostage
Ta-da!
rescue. Now, we also contacted the French Ministry of the Armed Forces. Now, they firmly denied any allegation that the Foreign Legion was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We can see here in their email to us, they said Tyler Robinson, the Charlie Kirk's assassin, has never been part of the Foreign Legion. And if he hasn't served in an American unit, he cannot therefore be trained by the French Foreign Legion. Now, regarding what we saw in Candace Owens' post about joint training between American and French forces, well, that has
Can you
taken
pause it for 1
place.
second?
That
I know you
did
don't
take
want to.
place.
Can you please?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But these are some of like the things that it's like, okay, she makes her point of going, well, look, they said he's never been part of the Foreign Legion. You know what I mean? And if you have never served in the military, you can never be part of the Foreign Legion. So that's pretty cut and dry clear. The answer to it is, oh, well, it was a secret thing.
Yeah.
So now it has to be, I'm just saying now that has to become part of a secret thing. So I can almost understand like, well, look, I mean, the guy was in the military. Yo, he did do some time in the Foreign Legion. You know what I mean? Or at least he was in the military. But now you have to throw away anything by the book. And like, we didn't know he was being trained for that. But my point is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to, it's such a far reach. You have to have so many other things be true for that to be accurate.
Yeah, you can leave that up. Can you drop the overlay of her actual tweet up so I can just read it?
Drop that ass. Sorry.
Whoa. And then make
I'm a
it full
child.
screen so I can read it because I'm fucking blind. All right. So I just want to actually look at something quick.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, just this is the point here. It says, further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the Foreign Legion 13 Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Javier Broussard life is also at risk. Okay. So they're conflating two things. Candace has adamantly said that Tyler Robinson is not the assassin. So they're taking that and saying they're dropping in Tyler Robinson and saying, well, Tyler Robinson was never part of it. So they're actually kind of proving her point and making it even more ominous and more muddied because they're saying it's Tyler Robinson and she's never said that. So she can now say, well, they put Tyler Robinson in. Of course, Tyler Robinson, he wasn't the assassin. So it's actually playing to her favor for them to do this kind of shit.
And Candace is saying right there, further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French with the French Legion 13 Brigade with a multi-state involvement. So she doesn't believe that though, right?
What's that?
She can't believe that though.
She does.
But she can't believe that he trained with them because, like you said, she doesn't believe that he's the killer.
She doesn't say Tyler Robinson. They drop that in. She just says the assassin did. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. That went by me. Okay. Shocker. We get it.
No, but even take,
you're right.
You know, this whole thing as it is, where it says 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information that they gave me to be credible enough to share it publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in the National Gendarmerie. I'll just say it French so it sounds like I know what I'm doing.
It's fun, but use periods. Use periods when you read, but otherwise you're doing great. I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah, the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group, or NIG. I am told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad and plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof. Again, that's subjective.
Periods, please.
That they are well placed within the French government apparatus, period. First, further to the point, this person claimed that Charlie Kirk, *S, assassin, trained with the French capital French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement, period.
Yeah, well, little D dick. That's what you are for saying that. I'm trying to help out because last time, even when you were reading the things, everything was meshing together, and you made my fucking funny. You made my funny thing sound not funny, and it was your fault.
I always find you funny, so I don't know where
you read through it fucking fast like a jerk.
Okay. So anyway, all right, you can drop that. So again, what she's laying out is, again, that Israel, the French, Egypt provided the plane. The Trump administration in America provided the cover. They went to California. The assassin trained. Then they went to North Dakota, where the assassin trained. You know, hundreds of people involved. How much training does somebody need to take in order to take a 100-yard pop shot at somebody that's not moving? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure why hundreds of people would have to be involved in the assassination of somebody who is not the person that they're mad at. It just if you can't see that this thing is overly complicated intentionally by Candace Owens, I don't know what to tell you. Where are you going, Footer? You falling? You falling? You okay? Do I need to call somebody? You okay? You got something wrong with the equilibriums? I can't hear you. No. Okay, so he's having a little bit of issues. That's fine. But my overall arching point is you don't need this kind of elaborate over-planning involvement to pull off something so simple. And you have to discount the credit or the information that we know is on the ground. We know somebody was on the roof. Again, you can make the argument that it was Tyler, it wasn't Tyler. You could make the argument that it wasn't a 30-06, but there was a sound of a 30-06. So these kind of things, like you have to let those things go by. And then, she's tying in, well, the French are in charge of a lot of Wilmington, Delaware, and there was a stop in Oklahoma. As a matter of fact, while we're waiting for Footer, can we pull up my little 3-minute thing? It should be in the videos down below in the media assets. This is my, it's there, right? All right. This is my 3-minute compilation of the Candace Owens conspiracy. Go ahead.
This is Candace's conspiracy theory in less than 3 minutes. Israelis are mad at Charlie and the French are mad at Candace. Israelis are mad at Charlie because he's not pro-Israel enough, and the French are mad at Candace for pointing out Brigitte Macron has balls. Bill Ackman and Seth Dillon try to talk sense into Charlie at the Hampton Summit, which Charlie refers to as an intervention, but nothing has changed, so plans proceed. A bunch of people at TPUSA are brought in, including Andrew Colvett, Rob McCoy, Mikey McCoy, Blake Neff, Tyler Boyer, Frank Turek, Brian Harple, and various others to be named later. Sometime between Angry Jews and Baggett Macron and the Hampton Summit, TPUSA red labels an event at UVU. Candace says the speediness of the event is strange and an anomaly, but it doesn't throw up any red flags for Charlie. Now that everyone is on board with killing Charlie for why exactly? Oh, right, not Jewy enough. Give Candace some ads and try to get rid of cash cow for TPUSA. Anyways, everyone is in, now the plan starts to come together. First, Etsy witches were hired to cast a curse on Charlie Kirk. Then, secondhand beekeeping rhetoric among preschool administrators raised suspicion with Candace. Now, additional players are brought in. Alleged pedophile George Zinn, Tyler Robinson's dad, his detective friend, Cash Patel, members of the Trump administration, Governor Cox, Phil Lyman, a couple of camera guys at USA, a surgeon, a medical examiner, some guy in an underground pipe, and a man in a bush. Now the Egyptian plane, possibly carrying the alleged assassin and a bunch of other people for some reason, flies into Oklahoma, then North Dakota, obviously to be within hours driving distance of Operation Valhalla was taking place. What? Now the plane, oh wait, there's 2 Egyptian planes, and maybe an Israeli one, go to Provo, Utah. The fact that they are in Provo is important because since Charlie's such a plane buff, TPUSA and the owners of the private jet he's on, oh yeah, they're in on it too, are afraid if he flies into Provo, he'll notice the Egyptian planes among hundreds of other planes and become aware of the ruse. The assets on the plane are given 5 rental vehicles. The Toyota RAV4s are gray, white, and black. There are RAV4s in some of the footage taken by the surveillance cameras in and around UVU. It's worth pointing out, the most common SUV in America is the Toyota RAV4 in gray, white, and black. Now, preliminary security measures are put into place at UVU. Security is not happy with the venue as it seems subject to many breaches, most notably the roofs overlooking where Charlie will be seated. The deputy sheriff is notified to gain access to the rooftops by Brian Harpole, actually not Brian, a different guy, and he is told that the areas are covered. None of this actually matters because the shot that killed Charlie Kirk didn't come from the rooftop, and it was a smaller caliber than the 30-06, even though the audio of the shot is that of a 30-06, which means somebody, definitely not Tyler Robinson, shot a live round from 30-06 at the exact same time the real assassin shot from a closer range, probably the guy in the bush on the opposite side from where the bullet hit. Now, it's worth noting that members of the conspiracy are at the event. Security is on Charlie's left and right, Mikey McCoy and Blake Neff are on Charlie's left, and even though they all know that the bullet is about to be fired at them at close range, or from really far away since Operation Valhalla was training in part for long-range snipers, they are super okay with standing next to and behind them. It's okay, though, because some of them are wearing maroon shirts. It is unclear when the patsy Tyler Robinson is brought in. He has Discord messages and SoundCloud references circling around him as early July alluding to the death of Charlie. Candace never mentions these, or the fact that he was there, the gun was fired, and the ammo had messages on him, but at some point Tyler's dad and his detective friend are right into the conspiracy and think it's a great idea to set up Tyler and watch him die in prison. So now everyone is ready. The assassin, either an underground pipe, in a bush, or 1,000 yards away from a vantage point where we can't see Charlie, the patsy, Tyler Robinson, no, it wasn't Tyler. Someone did something about a guy in military garb on the roof, George Zinn, the decoy to help the real assassin get away, or get Tyler off the roof, but he wasn't on the roof, and the hippie guy to thumbs up the camera after the shot. After Charlie is shot, for some reason, things don't go the way Candace said they should have. It's almost like there was panic. He wasn't laid down flat, he was placed on a suitcase or something. Mikey McCoy, after knowingly being shot at, doesn't move quick enough and is calling someone. Charlie's put in an SUV and brought to the hospital where the surgeon and the medical examiner both do their job to cover up the crime. Important here, both the surgeon and the medical examiner are military veterans. Candace points out that a lot of the active members have a relation to the military, as do almost 80% of all American families. The Egyptian planes, and the Israeli one, leave Provo presumably with the assassin and a dozen other people, and the one plane flies to Wilmington, Delaware, where it goes to a French hangar. That's a place for planes, not a Muay Thai takedown, that is listed as a place to paint planes, but in secret it is used to taxi foreign assets to the DEA, FBI, Secret Service building, where people high-five for killing a man for no legitimate reason.
Got it?
It sounds really just smooth, easy. Not a lot of people really have to keep quiet about something like that. That seems like it's pretty undercover. You know, definitely what I would call French Legion Brigade 13 style.
Yeah. A matter of fact, while we're coming up with businesses, French Legion Brigade 13 style, that's got to be worked in somehow. I like that. It sounds official.
Sexual position.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why we have to work blue. Yeah, I'd like to actually.
The French are very dirty, Rex. You know they are. The French are dirty, dirty birds.
That's true.
Now,
are you considering that a liability or an asset?
Depends on your situation, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Well,
listen.
Listen. Reason why I'm, I have the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? My girl, class act, meh. You know what I mean? She understands. I'm a little filthy at point. That's why she loves me. Best of both worlds. You know what I mean? Some people, they don't like a little stank. You know what I mean? It's my, my blessing. My blessing.
Yeah.
Really
I would prefer you not use the word stank if you can help it. I have an aversion to words that describe smell. Dude, smell. Just me. It's just a dumb. I don't know. It's a dumb word. I don't like words that remind me of smell. I've told you this.
Again, God, nothing smells better than.
I don't even like the word smell, to be honest with you. Anything nasal gives me the heebie-jeebies.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, it's my truth. Fuck off.
All right. So what else? First of all, well done again with that video. I suggest anybody watching it, you can even go on YouTube and slow it down, or I think Rumble has that option. Watch it and slow it down. I think I did like 0.7, and it was really, really, it was nice. It took a little longer, but you can hear everything very clear.
Well, there's nothing in there that she hasn't pointed out. Again, I tried to be comprehensive. Now, again, it could go on another minute or something, because now there's the French Foreign Legion and
I was thinking that too. As I'm doing it, I'm going, oh my God, you've now had to muddy it even more.
I don't, who I really maybe not blame, but I don't understand the position of is, where the fuck is her husband on to slow her down or buffet it or give her a...
Yo, that is the most perfect thing that you just said. That is fucking brilliant, because again, you and I have talked about this for a long time, is where the freak is her family.
I'm sorry, did you say where the freak?
Yeah. Okay. Where the fuck is her family? Okay. I'm just saying, and we've said this for a long time, and been pointing out that the people around her, they're to blame for all this too. And I pray for her. I really, truly, in my heart, hope that this is something that turns out okay for her. But and from, let's say, a pastoral view, I listened to this clip, and this guy said it best and more. Yeah, he said it well, but I just like to point out how amazingly right we were for months now. But people are just getting on board. Listen to this.
She's lost touch with reality. Honestly, from a pastoral perspective, I feel sorry for her. I pray for her. If she has a husband who is present, or she's got a pastor who cares, she needs to get an evaluation. And honestly, she needs to take a break, because she's become obsessed with Charlie Kirk in a way that is really unhealthy for a married woman. And also, she's tried to make herself the de facto defender and spokesperson for the legacy of Charlie Kirk. And that is the sole discretion of his wife, Erica, who did an incredible job on her interview this week. And she's
anyway, right? I mean, is that not well said? And that's from a man, a Christian. So I think we've heard, a French take. We've heard a Christian pastor's take. We've heard, you got our take. It's like, ours is, like I said, we don't have like these hot take. Like, this is just our dumb opinions. And I think we ring the truest.
Yeah. The fact is, she got fired from the Daily Wire. She's an outcast at TP USA. She's persona non grata in MAGA and Trump. There was some indications that, things weren't tight with Charlie towards the end. In defense of her, where else is she supposed to go?
But she was doing fine with Macron. She was doing fine with all the BLM stuff. She's an amazing, voice for a conservative viewpoint, and she did not need to go here and take this approach for her career. Do I think she is doing it? Yes, I do. Do I think she's doing it as evil? I really, truly don't want to believe that. I want to think that she's just not. She's not well. Like and I've been saying that a long time. I tried to give her excuses, maybe postpartum, but again, I don't know enough about it and or her. But I can tell you, there's people around her that are failing her. Even if they agree with everything she's saying, someone needs to sit her down and really, let her know. Again, 45. We showed the amount of people, the reach, 45 million people. That's it. Yeah. This is a very strong message that she's sending. And that's the one really dangerous part. The second dangerous part for her personally is that regardless if her message is right or wrong, what she's doing, time, place, and manner is very much coming into play for her career, for her life. It looks good now because the numbers are there. People are intrigued. People are plugged in. But there's if you know, us two dummies could figure this out 5 months ago, and you start to see a lot more people now, the more she digs in, the more she muddies that water, more people are starting to get on board with what we're saying. Sure, you have the few really the smart ones as far as to make money. Tucker, Megyn Kelly, all these big these corporate people, everybody, the ones you all hate, right? There is mainstream media from Fox News, Tucker, and I don't dislike any of these people, by the way. But with that being said, they're the ones that are kind of doing hush hush and or getting her back. Dave Smith is not an idiot. He wants to be a part of that. Tell me he doesn't. He does. He wants to be a part of it. Cloaked in, I'm a comedian, I'm independent, I'm just a podcaster. But he wants it. He's always wanted it. Look at his career as far as him explaining how he got into politics. He wanted to be on these little debates on shows, these little small Red Eye, and at the time Red Eye was small, I should say. But you know what I mean? So yeah. He's always wanted that. He loved doing that.
Yeah, the progressive right, which I think we may have coined, is growing, and it's going to become more dangerous. Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, you could even put Dave Smith in there if you want. Tucker's flirting with it, but I don't think that he's fully there yet. You know, it's a right-leaning mentality, but without the conservatism. They're not trying to save anything. Okay, so this is the latest. And even Candace today was talking about how, you know, she throwing shade on the whole you know, founding of the country, and you know, the whole story of our independence is bullshit and whatever. So again, and we're going to cover it later this week. Nick Fuentes is going to be on Steven Crowder this week. You know, I totally understand, you know, why people like Nick. He's and I, matter of fact, I think I said it to somebody the other day in our comments that he is extremely smart. He's very likable. He's persuadable. You know, a lot of the problems that he brings up are legitimate. His prescriptions are where the problems come into play. And I was even talking with Jen, you know, sort of trying to make an argument for the white supremacy he keeps getting labeled with. You know, we attribute, you know, this person's better than this person a lot of different ways. Taller people are better, skinnier people are better, people with, you know, that are good looking are better, people that are, you know, if I'm on the East Coast is better than West Coast, and if I'm in the Atlantic time zone, it's better than the Central time zone. If I'm a Yankees fan, I'm better than a Red Sox fan. If I'm a Mets fan, well, that doesn't count. But my point is, you know, everybody can take a position of, well, this group of people is better than the other people. You know, if
I'm about to drop a bombshell on you too right now too. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I have a problem with, Rex, and you don't know this is coming.
Nope. I want to drink it straight from the tap. I want it raw. I don't want to wait a moment. Right when the milk is good, I want to start drinking the milk. Same thing goes with women. I don't want to turn 30 and find some 20-year-old, 29-year-old woman that I have something in common with, and it's like, hey, properly aged, like wine. Women don't age like wine; they age like milk. Yeah, I gotta find my 16-year-old wife. Probably when I turn 30 or something.
If you're a young man,
okay, so that's your class act, everybody. I just want that out there. Maybe he said it when he was, I don't know. Maybe it was last week. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it was when he was 18. Could that be taken out of context? If it is, I want to apologize. How's that?
Yeah, he's definitely what they call a provocateur. You know, a lot of things. In his detractors, matter of fact,
Disgusting, bro. He's
yeah,
fucking
well,
disgusting.
we were even talking about the people on Piers that were defending him, and the things that he said were,
Oh, you mean Muslim Pierce Morgan and his pal Muslim Tucker Carlson? That'll be next show, by the way. They're adorable.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that this week. We're going to talk about the Nick Fuentes, and I do want to genuinely talk about is pot smoking okay by God? You had turned me onto that clip where they were talking about is it okay to smoke pot if you're on the side of Jesus?
I got a better opinion on that. I sent you that clip. You didn't like the clip. You said it was garbage or something. So, but I got a better definitive one. Not much.
Yeah,
the
topic is amazing. I just didn't think that the conversation was compelling in either direction, really. So yeah, if you have something, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear it now?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what I was like. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Yeah. And what I was trying to fumble around with before, I guess I don't know how to freak
your
my
genitals.
My please, Rex, please. I want to apologize everybody for that. He's being gross, and that's not what we do here at Copperhead Road Podcast, live on Rumble, always on Rumble. We do it sometimes. We do that. Oh, we said do. Okay, we get it. We're not highbrow. All right, we're eyebrows. That's what are we doing? What's happening? Yeah. But anyway, have a great rest of your day, everybody, evening, and make sure you download. Make sure you like and subscribe. I don't know. Spread the word to your friends a little bit. Apparently we're going to be huge. That's what the kids tell us. So
I've heard that.
Yeah. Anyway, what do I want to tell you? There was something I wanted to tell you.
What it sounded like.
That's what it was. No, it just said it in my ear. I was fumbling with my mic because my earbuds are dying, and it just has a battery low. I've already lost one. So I made it to the end of the show, though. So it's meant to be. Show, though. Made it to the end of the show, though. What you want to... That would be a fucking dope-ass start to a fucking flow, yo. Made it to the end of the show, no flow, yo. Stick it with your boy, fucking go, ho. Oh, God.
I hope you choke on your froyo.
Good night, everybody. Good night. I like how if I have to do good night, everybody, I have to do it in my Rex way. Like nobody does it better.
Professionally?
Yeah. Thanks for bringing up the recliner. But you know what? Now I won't even tell you. You and everybody else have to wait for the recliner story. So, how's that? Double finger deal. Your ass. Reacher. I was talking about Reacher. Check your notes, bitch. I saw you panic when like you didn't know what the Nick Fuentes clip was or where he was going. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, what's he gonna say?
Well, first I didn't know it was Nick Fuentes, and I'm like, okay, he's probably lost his fucking mind, and then I figured it out. All right.
Like, no, okay, good. It's Nick that lost his mind.
Let's be real, he's not looking for a wife.